NFL season is officially over. Well, the NFL regular season is officially over. And what a season it was. We had a season full of some injuries. We had a season full of surprises. Like I said, a really odd season. But now it is time to discuss the NFL end of the year awards. And I think this is going to be a very, very intriguing year for the awards because there's a lot of discussion on who should win this and who should win that. And it's as heated and as debatable as it's ever been, in my opinion. But let's jump right in this because this is my second time making this video. And the reason why, because the last video was going to be around 20 minutes long. And no video should ever be that long if it doesn't have to be. So, yeah. But we're not going to make it any more longer, so let's jump right in this. Start with Offensive Rookie of the Year, and this one's going to be pretty difficult. My top two candidates are easily CJ Stroud and Puka Nacua. I don't think there's any other two candidates you can name for this position. Let's look at Puka Nacua's stats. He's had over 1,000 yards receiving, 6 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. He has set the rookie record for receiving yards in the season and receptions in the season. As a fourth-round guy, this guy has broken multiple records, and he has added another dynamic part to this offense for the Rams that already has guys like Cooper Kupp and Kyron Williams. Because of his production, he's given Matthew Stafford a revival to his career. But then CJ Stroud comes into the play, who's been a huge part of why the Texans are currently in the playoffs and currently the AFC South Division winners. CJ Stroud has over 4,000 yards passing, 23 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. At one point, he went 192 passes without an interception. That was a rookie record, by the way. He also was tied for the most touchdowns by a rookie in a game, tied with both Daniel Jones. Let's keep it pushing. Daniel Jones, Cam Newton, and Andrew Luck. In any other year, I would have this award easily in the bag, but unfortunately, it's not any other year. It's 2023. Well, technically 2024, but you get the point. So you would know why it's not that hard to decide who wins this award. Puka Nacua has set multiple rookie records. He has multiple rookie records. But CJ Stroud has had an impact on his team that no other rookie quarterback has had before. We have not seen many rookie quarterbacks in the past that have sent their team to the playoffs in his first year. Here are the few rookie quarterbacks that have made the playoffs as a rookie, by the way. Ben Roethlisberger, Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, Russell Wilson, and Brock Purdy. And now you can add CJ Stroud to that list. But as I said before, in any other year, like I said, this award is easy to predict. But like I said, it's not. Personally, one side of me is saying CJ Stroud deserves this award, but you cannot overlook the fact that Puka Nacua has set records as a rookie. And it is not often you have a rookie that comes in here and sets records. But CJ Stroud has had an impact on his team, like I said before, that no other rookie quarterback has really ever had. And both of these guys, you gotta think about it, really had low expectations. I don't think anybody saw CJ Stroud having this good of a season. I think people expect him to show flashes of what he can be, but not a playoff record. And Puka Nacua, he was a fourth-round guy. I don't think anybody had a lot of expectations out of him. I think a lot of guys who do their sleeper picks for the draft might have had some expectations out of him, but other than that, I don't think not much. But to get straight to the point, my pick to win this award is going to be CJ Stroud. Impact on his team should not be understated. 10-7 in his rookie year. Put up some great rookie numbers for the most part. Highly exceeded expectations in his first year for a rookie. That does not need to be understated. Elevated pretty much all the talent around him in his first year. Nico Collins and Tank Dell are having great years, especially Tank Dell before he got hurt. That does not need to be understated. And I think the impact, when you look at that, is one of the reasons why CJ Stroud needs to win this award. Not even just stats. The way he made everybody around his team so much better on that offense. That's another reason why he deserves this award. Puka, I get the records. I get all that. But you cannot understate how good CJ Stroud has been for a guy who probably didn't come in with that many expectations as a rookie. I know a lot of people aren't going to like that cliche that Puka probably should have won it, and you're not wrong. Puka, I think in another year, I'm going to be saying that a lot in this video, by the way. In another year, Puka probably should have won this award. But Stroud, in his first year, taking the team to the playoffs in his rookie year, that does not happen all the time. So CJ Stroud, that award goes to you. Up next, we have Defensive Rookie of the Year. And there's maybe two, maybe three guys up for this award. Devon Witherspoon, possibly. I think his stock has gone down over the last couple weeks, though. But then you have Will Anderson and Jalen Carter. Now, before we made this video, I said that Will Anderson may have a shot at winning Defensive Rookie of the Year if he can have a good game versus the Colts. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. So right off the bat, my winner is going to be Jalen Carter. For an Eagles defense that underperformed massively, especially when you consider they were one of the best defenses in the league last season, Jalen Carter is definitely one of the brighter spots for this defense this season. And the Eagles just had to get him. Screw every other team that was drafting before the Eagles. You just couldn't get Jalen Carter. Nah, you had to let the Eagles get him. I'm so pissed. But no, on a serious note, Jalen Carter did have a really good season with the Eagles this season. Jalen Carter this season totaled 13 tackles, 7 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and 49 pressures total on the season. He was consistently one of PFF's highest graded defensive linemen, and he was consistently one of the better interior defensive linemen in the NFL in his rookie year. But like I said, if you knew how Jalen Carter was at Georgia, you knew he was going to be an absolute beast with the Eagles. But by far, this is my pick to win Defensive Player of the Year. Will Anderson, I think, was very close. He was very close. I think this might be the closest award out of all of them to this point, honestly. My Coach of the Year award is going to go to none other than Kevin Stefanski. And that's not to say that guys like DeMeco Ryans and Dan Campbell don't deserve this award. But look at the circumstances that the Browns had to go to and still make the playoffs. I think Kevin Stefanski runs away with this award. When I read up this entire Browns injury report, some of you may not believe that this team somehow still made the playoffs. Jack Conklin, out for the year. Jedrick Willis, out for the year. DeJuan Jones, out for the year. Grant Delpit, out for the year. Nick Chubb, out for the year. Deshaun Watson, out for the year. Guess what? Still a playoff team. Mr. Stefanski already won Coach of the Year a couple years ago, and he's going to win it again by a long shot. Shane Steichen is another guy who I think is up for this award too, taking a Colts team almost to the playoffs. But like I said, there's a lot of guys who deserve this award too. But I think Kevin Stefanski has had to overcome so much adversity this season, more than any of these other coaches. And it would be a crime for any other guys to win this award, honestly, to this point. Okay, well, maybe not a crime, but a little bit unfair. I'm not really going to spend too much time with this award. If you see my last video about Damar Hamlin, you already know what I'm going to say. I basically said, barring something happening with Damar Hamlin, he is going to win this award whether people like it or not. Now, should Joe Flacco, Matthew Stafford, or Lamar Jackson potentially win this award? Sure, but will they win it over Damar Hamlin? Absolutely not. This is another case of maybe another year, but definitely not this year. So yeah, Damar Hamlin is the clear favorite for this award, honestly. Nobody else. Not going to spend too much time on this, like I said. Now we tap into Defensive Player of the Year. And there's 3 guys, maybe 4, who should have some, recognition for this award. Max Crosby's a guy who I think needs some recognition. I think he's still one of the more underrated defenders in this league. TJ Watt, despite the fact he's not higher in odds is crazy, he definitely needs recognition. But the 2 guys who I'm going to be talking about for the most part is Myles Garrett and Micah Parsons. To start it off, I'm going to say Myles Garrett is going to be my pick to win this award. Now, before we make this whole video, Micah Parsons was my pick. I said if he got 2 sacks versus the Commanders, that's going to seal it for him. He's going to win this award, but he got 1. So that's why I'm saying Myles Garrett should run away with this. And the reason Myles Garrett should run away with this, I think he significantly has a way better impact on this defense. Like, if Myles Garrett doesn't play, you can pretty much tell significantly that the Browns defense is going to have a drop-off. And I think altogether, Myles Garrett also makes guys around him much better as well. But don't get it twisted. Myles Garrett alone is a very, very dominant player. I don't think that needs to be, understated. But let's look at Myles Garrett's stats to show how dominant of a guy he's been. 23 tackles, 15 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, and 86 total pressures. He also has a 27.5 pass rush win rate. That is second in the league for qualified pass rushers, by the way. And that's according to PFF. ESPN has a totally different number, so you can go off on what you want with those numbers. He's also the highest graded pass rusher by PFF as well. Now, Myles Garrett has consistently been one of the better defenders in the NFL for a while now, and it's great to see that he's finally getting his props, and he is finally going to get the attention he deserves when he gets that award for Defensive Player of the Year. Well deserved, Myles Garrett one of the better defenders in the league, one of the best defenders in the league. Quite frankly, he might be the best edge rusher in the league to this point. For Offensive Player of the Year, originally I had Tyreek Hill winning this, but the injury came at a bad time. So I gave this to none other than Christian McCaffrey, who I think also deserves this award pretty, easily as well. Now, you could argue that Christian McCaffrey has a fair case for the MVP award, but we'll get into that in a couple minutes. I'm not gonna, say too much because the MVP award is definitely controversial to this point as it is. But let's look at Christian McCaffrey's stats for the entire season. Over 1,000 yards on the ground, 14 touchdowns, 500 yards receiving, over 500 yards receiving specifically, and 7 touchdowns. The guy has literally been a workhorse for the 49ers this season pretty easily, and that's why he easily could make a case for winning the MVP award. I get the MVP award is quarterback oriented for the most part, but you got to give some love to Christian McCaffrey. He has been absolutely a dog this season for the 49ers offense. And Cheetah was really close, but those injuries after the Commanders game really screwed up his chances. He could have easily ran away with this award pretty easily. But Christian McCaffrey is easily my pick to win this award, and it's been well deserved for a while now. Now we come to the main event of this video, the MVP award. Straight off, I think there's a plenty of guys who make a case for needing to win this award. Dak Prescott, as much as I hate the Cowboys, he made a good case. Brock Purdy, if he did this game, he probably wins this award. Josh Allen, especially towards the end of the season, definitely was another guy who had a case for winning this award. Christian McCaffrey, like I said, even though it's a quarterback-oriented award, he had a solid case at winning this award as well. Tua, I think the first couple of weeks, I thought he was going to win this award, but he started screwing up down the road, and he hurt his chances. Guys like Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts, they kind of screwed us over the end of the season as well, and they also screwed up their chances. So as you can see, this MVP race has been up, down the past couple of weeks. And like I said, there's plenty of guys who I think deserve this award. I think Dak Prescott honestly might need a little bit more love. I think Christian McCaffrey definitely needs a little bit more love. And I think that Brock Purdy kind of got, the blunt end of the bullet here after that Ravens game, and I think he deserves some love too. A lot of people don't really want to acknowledge the fact that Brock Purdy could be in the MVP case because simply he was a Mr. Irrelevant guy. If Brock Purdy was drafted in the top 10, top 5, something like that, y'all would be saying MVP everywhere because no. Because he wasn't drafted in a big number, I would say, he's not your type of MVP. That's all it is. But to keep it simple, Lamar is definitely going to win this award pretty easily. He has a lock on it. Like I said before, it kind of makes sense. It kind of does it, depending on what you think. Lamar's team is currently first in the NFL. Technically the NFL, but first in the AFC. Team is a first round bye. Team is 14-3 or something like that. I think I got the record wrong. Okay, that's 13-4. I got that completely wrong. But you get the point. Lamar put his team in a better position. Lamar has his team winning when he's playing. So in the end, it makes sense. But I still believe it's highly debatable on whether you like that or not. I don't know. But Lamar is definitely going to be a 2-time MVP winner at the NFL honors. That's all it is. But that is going to do it for this video. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep this video as short as possible, and we did pretty good doing that. So if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to my channel and tap the bell icon for future football and sports content. Follow me on all social medias down below in the description. Twitter, X, Instagram, TikTok, all that is down below in the description. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.